everyone, myself Ami Mehta, and here we discuss array of structure. So we use structure to describe the format of a number of related variables. For example, in analyzing the marks obtained by a class of students, we may use a template to describe student name and marks obtained in various subjects and then declare all the student as a structure variable. So there are number of students, so it is then we required array, and also we have different marks of different subject. So for example, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, likewise. So in such cases or in such scenario, we can use array of structure. So in such cases, we may declare an array of structures, each element of the array representing a structure variable. For example, struct class class student 100. So struct class student of 100 this is the array of structure. Okay. Now let us see the example, or we can say that we declare format of structure. The struct marks is a tag, and the subject 1, 2 and 3. These three are the elements of the structure marks. In main, now we declare array of structure. So struct marks student of 3. So this is a array of structure, and we initialize the value of that marks of student. So 45 marks is assigned to number 1 student, or we can say that student 1 and subject 1. So marks of student 1 of subject 1 is 45. Marks of student 1 of subject 2 will be initialized 68, and marks of student 1 subject 3 will be initialized by 81. Likewise for student 2 and student 3. Okay. So let us see the example in C, that write a program to calculate the subject wise and student wise totals and store them as a part of structure, which means that for example, if a student 1 can get marks 45, 68 and 81, then we calculate the summation of this marks of student 1, and we also calculate the summation of subject wise marks, which means that in subject 1 total marks obtained by all three students, or how many students are there. So let us see the example of it. So let us see the example how we can use array of structure in this type of example. So first we include our header file, that is almost in the same process of all the program. Include stdio.h and conio.h, and then we do the format of the or we can say that template of the structure, that struct marks. So marks is a tag of structure, then we declare structure member subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 and the total. So this all four variable, or sorry, four members of the structure are of integer type. Now we define our main function, and we declare one variable which is I, and we declare structure variable. So struct marks student of size 3. So we can continue with the same example, and we assign the marks of particular each student of each subject. Okay, so we can assign student 1 marks, student 2 marks and students 3 marks of each subject 1, 2 and 3 respectively. So the marks of student 1, then student 2 and then student 3. and the fourth 0 is the actually total value, and we then calculate the value of each student's subject's marks. Okay, but right now we are assigning a value is 0. So we are giving marks 45, 67, 81 and 0 of student 1, 75, 53, 69, 0 of student 2, then 57, 36, 71 and 0 of student number 3. Okay, so this is the declaration of structure array and initialize its value. Now we declare one variable named total. Struct marks total is a structure variable for accessing member value of structure. Okay, so we are calculating the summation of marks of each student. So here what we do, we are doing addition of 45 plus 67 plus 81, then 75 plus 53 plus 69, and then 57 plus 36 plus 71, which is actually nothing but the student of 0 dot total is equal to student of I is equal to first initially 0, then 1 and then 2. So student 0 dot subject 1, which is 45, then student 0 dot subject 2, which is 67, then student 0 dot subject 3, which is 81, and the summation is stored in student 0 dot total. So this is fourth member of structure. Okay, likewise we calculate the summation of all marks of subject 1, which is 45 plus 75 plus 57, subject 1 marks, then subject 2 67 plus 53, then 36. Likewise, so for that what we write, total dot subject 1 is equal to total dot subject 1, which is 0, plus the subject I means student 0th subject 1 marks, then student 0th student 1 subject 1 marks, likewise. Okay, so this is how we can calculate 45 plus 75 plus 57, then 67 plus 53 plus 36. So total dot subject 2 plus student of I dot subject 2. So this is in the for loop. So this process will repeat for 3 times. Okay. So now total dot subject 3 is equal to total dot subject 3 plus, so initially it is total dot subject 1 is equal to 0 plus 45, then again second time it is 45 plus 75, and then the next time it is summation of 45 plus 75 plus 57, and at the end we are doing the total of all the marks. Okay, so this is in the for loop, so we it give us the total all summation of marks. Now we have to print this value. Okay, so after calculating this we are printing, and for that we are writing that student and the marks of total. Okay, and now for that again we do by for loop. Okay, and we are print the value of students marks. So we write here student ith or student 0. So here for that we write percentage D, but obvious, and then we write the marks of it. So where the actually marks will be stored, it will be stored in student I dot total. So for the first we write I and then student I dot total. So it gives the marks like student I is equal to, or student 0 is equal to. Here we write I plus 1 because in for loop the value of I is 0. If we want the ranking like student 1, student 2 and student 3, that's why we are doing here I plus 1. If you want to write just student 0, student 1 and student 2, then it is fine. Then you have to simply write that I. Okay. And we are now printing the subject's marks total. So subject 1 total, then marks of subject 2 total, and the marks of subject number 3 total. And that value is stored in total dot subject 1, total dot subject 2 and total dot subject 3. So that's thing we are printing here. So for writing like a subject 1, we are giving percentage S, and for the value we are writing percentage D. Okay, so here we write subject number 1 and its its total, then subject 2 and its total, and then subject 3 and its total. Okay, so total dot subject 1, then subject 2 is equal to total dot subject 2, and last subject 3 is equal to total dot subject 3, and at the end we print the all marks summation, and that is stored in total dot total. You can take any variable name. It is not compulsory that you have to keep total and keep the same example. Okay, you cannot doing the total of subject marks. Okay, you can simply do the marks of student number 1's total, student number 2's total, and student number 3's total marks, summation of that marks. So it is not compulsory to take the same example to understand the structure of array. Okay, but this is the way and this is the scenario in which you can use the array of structure. Okay, and now we are printing the all the total. So it is grand total, and we are printing it by total dot total. Okay, and then we end our program by get ch. Okay, and now we compile our program and run it. So it gives the output like student 1's total, student 2's total, student 3 total, and the subject 1 total, subject 2, subject 3 and its total. Okay, thank you.